I'm Sammy, and this is Glitchless Chaos. This is all about where I'm raising kids, loving my neurodivergent husband, building a business, writing books, and keeping life interesting. If you feel like you're balancing it all too, then you came to the right place. Let's get into it. Today, I want to talk about something I think people don't talk enough about, and that is wearing all the hats. What do I mean? I mean when you're mom, when you're partner, when you're the problem solver, when you're everything, when you are everything to everyone in the house, the emotional support person. It's a lot, and you're still trying to be your own person. You are still trying to be you and still trying to maintain the household, and the balance isn't easy. It's not. I know. I'm speaking from experience. And it's a lot. It hurts. And it can be an emotional toll, emotional load. I know. But I want to let you know, you're not alone. A lot of work moms do isn't visible. It's a lot of remembering the big and small things, whether it be appointments, whether it be schedules, whether it be anything and everything a mom remembers. My middle child used to hate the crust on his sandwiches. I would cut them off, then make his sandwiches. My daughter hates grape jelly. I make sure we have strawberry jelly in the house. There's a lot of just little things like that. You make sure the kids have things that they need for sports, for school activities. Make sure they have money for sports, for after sports, if they have away games or away track meets. There's so many things that go into what we remember. And it's not always moms. It can be dads or grandparents or whoever does this. It's not always moms, but some majority of the time it is. And I'm the one that remembers a lot of it. So I'm speaking from experience. Now, when we have to remember all of these things, my brain never shuts off. So our brains never shut off. And it gets exhausting. So we're constantly going. So I understand the overstimulation, overexhaustion, constantly thinking, never shutting off. And it takes a lot. It takes a toll. And I completely and utterly understand. I do. Now, there is nothing worse than mom guilt. Nothing worse. I have just experienced it, experiencing it. And, you feel guilty for resting. You feel guilty for going out on a date with your partner, for taking time to yourself. You feel guilty for going on taking a break. You feel guilty for a lot of things, like mom guilt, dad guilt, whatever kind of guilt you feel, you feel guilty for it. And it's horrible. You realize there's always something that needs to be done. You can spend time with your kids. There's always something. And the mom guilt, it eats at you. It's horrible. It's the worst. Mom guilt is the worst. I just talked to my son about it this morning, and I told him, I said, I feel guilty. I feel bad. I asked him, I was like, are you mad at me? Mama needs to talk to you. I hate when they call me mom. I hate it. They call me mama. And I said, mama needs to talk to you. Let me ask you a couple questions. Mama's been working a lot. Are you mad? And he said, no, mama, you're building an empire. That's what we call it. Mom is doing a podcast, writing a book, making sure her business is, I'm doing a lot. I have a lot of, I wear a lot of hats, plus I'm a mom. And even though I work in the backyard, I do work a lot, and I know I'm home, but they stay in the house, and I feel guilty because I'm out here a lot. And he told me this morning, Mama, you're trying to build an empire for us. So no, I'm not mad at you. Plus, we have a lot of time with Dada. It's okay, and he told me, my kids are good kids. I asked all of them. He's 13, my other son's 10, my daughter's 7. They're great kids. Great kids. And he made me feel better, but I still feel guilty. I still feel bad, but he did make me feel guilty. He did make me feel better. And I still feel bad. I do. But, sometimes I've been learning to give myself some grace, because after that conversation with him, it made me realize that I do need to give myself some grace, because I am doing this for them and myself, but doing this for them because I've said it before, and I say it to my friends a lot, and I say it to like a couple of my family members, but nobody's going to do this for me. I have to do it for myself. And nobody is just going to give you something. You have to build it yourself. You have to, if you want the dream, work hard for your dream. And I mean, I have my dream. I always wanted kids. My kids were my dream. So now I have them. So now I have a new dream, and I want them to experience my new dream. So they're experiencing it with me. And my emotional support husband is the best emotional support husband for that new dream too. He's been silly. He makes it fun. But learning to give myself grace it's hard. It's hard, but it's worth it. It's been worth it. It's been worth it. If you're listening to this and you feel like you're constantly going, you feel like you're constantly doing something, you feel like you're constantly dropping the ball, you feel like you're constantly just messing up, I'm here to tell you, you're doing a good job. I just had this conversation with one of my other friends, and she was telling me she felt like she wasn't being a good mom to her daughter, and she's a single mom. And if you're listening to this, doll, I will tell you we're blue in the face, that I love you, and you're doing a dang good job, honey buns, and you know who you are, because I told you this the other day, and I can't wait to see your pretty face. But we had this conversation, and she said she feels like she's messing her kid up, and I told her, you're not. We had this conversation, and we went through, the steps. We went through this whole conversation, and I told her, look, you see, you already see what you think you're doing wrong. You already see what you're doing wrong. And I say it in quotes because you can see it. She sees it, and you already took the right steps to fix it. So no, you're not doing wrong, honey. You're not. She wasn't. And nobody, of course she's going to hear it. And a lot of us, yes, we hear it from our parents. You're a good parent. You're a good mom, when you hear it from your parents. And I know it's still that whole thing of when you hear it from your parents, it goes in one ear, not the other. And yes, sometimes we do need to hear it from our parents. But when you hear it from somebody else that's not your parents, it does hit different. And it truly, truly does. And when I told her, baby, you're doing a good job. You're a damn good mom. She really is a good mom. Her kid is a great kid. I love this kid. She finally said, thank you. I needed that. I truly needed that. So I'm going to tell you this. If you're not hearing it from anybody else, you are doing a good job. Don't beat yourself up. Just like I'm not going to beat myself up. I will still have mom guilt, and that's just because I want to be a good mom. The only reason any of us have any kind of guilt is just because we want to be good parents. So I want you guys to hear this from me. You're not alone. You're doing a good job, and I'm proud of you. Extremely, extremely proud of you. And right now, my brain only has 4 tabs open. I am working on edits of my book. Hopefully we'll get that out soon. Hopefully. My business, always worried about your business. Always. And that always stresses me out. My family, I always have that tab open. I love my family. Always. And my kids. I know that's part of my family tab, but they need their own tab sometimes. Sometimes they need their own tab because, remember, even with all the tabs open in your brain, you're not alone. You're never alone. And I'm proud of you. And if you enjoyed listening today and you enjoyed hanging out with me today, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And honestly, thank you for hanging out. Thank you. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys today. I'm Sammy, and this is Glitchless Chaos, where I kept it real. Remember, I love you, and I'll see you next time.